Good morning, students. Today we will be reading the chapter Human Resources. So, there is a small little boy, Ramesh, who wonders that if machines can do all the works in industries, so why do we need humans there? So, in this chapter, we will see that why humans are necessary for handling the machines. So, let's begin with the chapter. We have no use of any machines unless human beings make them usable. It is human intelligence and labor that put natural resources to use. Iron ore is of no use unless it is refined and processed into a usable item by human beings. Therefore, human beings are also an important resource for our country. Human resource includes both skilled and unskilled labor. Now, what is the skilled and unskilled labor? So, to set up an industry, both skilled and unskilled labor are required. There are big machines in industries which can do work of hundreds of people, but to operate and maintain them, human resources required. An industrialized country requires a large number of skilled laborers. India is the second largest population in the world after China. India's population is over 132 crores. But just because we have a huge population, we cannot say that we have a huge human resource. For this, the people should be educated, healthy, skilled, and hardworking. There are some steps taken by government to create human resources. The first one is schools and colleges have been set up to educate children. To ensure good health of our people, the government provides free medical services in hospitals. Engineering, medical, polytechnic institutions have set up to develop skilled laborers. However, the rapidly growing population raises a barrier in the progress of our country. India's population is more than 17% of the world's population. Though India has only 2.4% of the world's land area, the pressure of population is very high on land. The population in our country is also not evenly distributed. Some areas are thickly populated, while some areas are sparsely populated. The average population density in our country is about 382 persons per square kilometer. So, what is this population density? So, the number of people living in 1 square kilometer is population density. So, it is very high in comparison to the world's average population density, which is only 45 persons per square kilometers. Now, let me tell you some thickly and sparsely populated states in our country. Some thickly populated states are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. About half of the total population of India lives in these states. Some sparsely populated states in our country are deserts in Rajasthan, the hilly areas in the northern and northeastern states, and parts of Deccan Plateau. The population of country is growing at a rapid rate. The growth of population means the difference between the birth rate and the death rate, and net gain from migration. Due to better health services, the death rate has lowered much in India, but the birth rate has not lowered much. Thus, the population growth is still very high in India. Due to rapid population growth, India is facing many problems. Some of these problems are shortage of food, water, housing, hospitals, schools, employment, etc. About half of the total population does not even have enough food to eat due to low income. 70% of the total population in our country lives in villages. A large part of this population does not have their own land. They work as wage earners in the field of other big farmers. They do not have work throughout the year. Therefore, a large population of villages goes to cities in search of work. In cities, they live in slum. The cities are becoming overcrowded. This creates many problems in the cities because of shortage of food, water, basic amenities and jobs. Government is making efforts to check the rapid growth of population by educating people and convincing them of the advantage of a small family. Besides, there is a need to create job opportunities in villages to reduce the rate of migration. So this is it for today, students. I hope this chapter is clear to you. Thank you.